In today's video, I have 5 seasons to win a national championship with the West Virginia Mountaineers. This is going to be incredibly tough because this is a program that has never recorded a national championship win and has never won the Big 12 Conference. Both of those are going to have to be completed today. And to make this rebuild as tough as possible, we are going to be playing on Heisman difficulty, which is okay because head coach Sir Wilsington is up for the challenge. As you can see, as we're about to accept the contract here, West Virginia has had a pretty good football history. It's just fallen off a little bit. They had the Will Greer years. Starting with a level 1 coach is going to be a little bit of a challenge, but I'm going to make sure I put these skill points into the offensive line because building the beef up front is how you win football games. Another thing that will help you win football games is an incredible quarterback, and that's exactly what West Virginia has with Garrett Green. They also have one of the best backfield duos in the country when you look at a guy like C.J. Donaldson Jr., who still enamors me. I mean, a converted tight end playing running back. This guy's awesome. Although it doesn't stop there because emerging star and running mate with C.J. Donaldson, Jaheim White, he's looking to take it to the house anytime he touches the football. Recruiting to win a championship-winning roster for the Mountaineers is going to be incredibly tough. As you can see, there is only 9 prospects that even have us on their board. So, we're going to be in this one for the long haul. That will not stop me from trying to work the pipelines to secure some top-end talent. Even though they don't have us on their board, somebody like DJ Conway, it says he's a bust. This is a program-changing level quarterback. A little ways through our first season, we got our first commit, and that's going to be DJ Conway, quarterback out of Virginia Beach, Virginia. Here in week 8, we have a ton of visits scheduled, so I'm gonna hop in and we're gonna see some Mountaineer football action. If I learned anything from our Arkansas rebuild, this is the best play in all of college football 25, and I mean, it's not working perfectly there. In that Arkansas rebuild, we had 5 just impact players on the offensive line. We don't have that here in Morgantown, but believe me, with a good visit here today and some good recruiting, we're going to get there. Here on 4th and 2, I'm letting the commits know that we love to play risky here in Morgantown. And we're going to sling that over the middle. That's going to be a touchdown. We're going to take a lead on the Wildcats. I also, from the last video, ended up swapping back to placement and accuracy passing. I was running with the revamp passing, and there was certain situations where you could kind of layer the ball over defenders that made it look like the optimal style to pass in this game. But I have genuinely just learned that placement and accuracy is probably the most consistent. You can go with classic passing, but if you don't have a very high overall quarterback, you're kind of doing yourself a disservice. All right, here we are with another red zone visit. I'm going to try and throw this into the end zone, and he catches it. That's going to be another touchdown for the Mountaineers, up 28-7 in this one. We've got an invisible celebration. I don't know where he's at, man. I really don't. I mean, he jumped on top of him. Oh my goodness, down the sideline. I mean, Heisman's ridiculous, man. Heisman's ridiculous. That was open for like 18 yards, and then I decided to throw it, and it's gone. Let me tell you, we haven't been scoring that much in the second half, but this West Virginia defense is actually pathetic. They have given up almost, I mean, we did score once, but we're going to pretend that didn't happen. Basically, 28 unanswered. Oh, that's gonna be a touchdown right there for Bray. Easy money into the end zone. Defense, can we step it up just a little bit? Bro, how does he never go down? I just don't understand what Garrett Green's up to. This dude's a magician. Who needs Johnny Manziel when you've got Garrett Green? That's all I'm saying. All right, we got a new tight end in. It doesn't even matter. We're gonna throw it over the. Heisman is so hard, man. All right, so we went from dominating the game to having 1 minute and 6 seconds to force overtime. So that's pretty cool. Let's see, does Davis catch the football this time? Good stuff, Davis. There we go. We're going to go to Bray. Bray always catches the football when we throw it to him. Good stuff. So Kansas State immediately scores in overtime. I'm just going to go to my main man, Bray. Bray, I don't know a lot about Jaden Bray here, but this boy can play some football. All right, 4th and 14, but all that matter, I mean, we're already cooked. Yeah, no, I just threw the ball prematurely because we were going to get sacked. And it's going to be a house call. We are going to lose to Kansas State. I'm recruiting a new defense. Everybody's cut. Every single last one of them. They're off the team. But even with that painful loss, we got our first 4-star commit, and that's going to be Emmanuel Tyree. We got Doug DeMarco out wide. John Russo was kind of the big one there, and he ends up committing to Penn State. Also, what a name for this tight end, because I'm totally not going to call him Tubbs. You got to make fun of the last name. I mean, it's low-hanging fruit, man. Finally getting some more commits in Elliott Camp Moyer. Some guys are just locking us out. It's kind of difficult to recruit here, I'm not gonna lie, because the pipelines are not incredible. Sean Martin, Big 12 Defensive Player of the Week. You love to see it. As you can see, we have still gotten some very, very good talent, and we've got somebody like Lorenzo Redfield, who's basically committed to the program at this point. I'm not gonna say anything's ever certain, and we've got some incredible gems in here, some really, really good-looking offensive linemen, safeties, things of that nature. We actually need to go more on our boy Angel Butler here because he could be an incredible safety. But as you can see, the pipelines are not the greatest. We got a little bit of a Florida, but we're heavy in that Virginia area, and there's not as much high school talent here as there is in other parts of the country. And he is now committed. We got Lorenzo Redfield at running back. We got JD Orlovsky Jim at center. So board is looking much, much better now. And we've got another commit. That's going to be Boogie Burden at defensive tackle. Pretty much our entire board has us first, other than Terrence Waddle, the center. Coming in at the end of the season, as you can see, we went 5-7. It was a very unsuccessful season, but pulling up some stats here to see how we did, Garrett Green honestly had a pretty solid year. He might even go to the NFL, but we were getting no rushing production. CJ Donaldson was hurt for like half the season. Jaheim White is kind of interested in the idea of transferring, and nothing bothers me more than that. But our boy Jaden Bray, he's going to stay. After an abysmal first season like that, both of these coordinators, you're out. You're gone. We'll hire some new guys. We'll be going after Lee Jackson to become the offensive coordinator, and we'll be going after Coco Cross to become our defensive coordinator, which both of them made an incredible decision and decided to join the Mountaineers. These are going to be some pretty good coordinators. As you can see, they have the ability to recruit, and they have the ability to be master motivator and a scheme guru. He is actually an elite scheme guru, so we're going to have something good cooking up on defense. Coming into players leaving after an abysmal season, we have to persuade some of these guys, and Jaheim White will be hitting the portal. Thomas Rymack is especially the one that I want. I would also like Jacoby Spells to stay. He does. Then we're going to come down here to one of the freshmen, and we are going to go with Jordan Jackson, and it fails. We're out of persuasions. These guys are all going to be hitting the portal. But we have a ton of guys interested us in the portal here, so this is where we're going to make our money. In the first week of off-season recruiting brings us Enrique Fowler. As you can see, we've been locked out by a ton of portal guys. Kind of hate to see that because we had to really revamp this roster in one offseason. Then we get Jamerson Knight in week 2. Then we get JC Peters in at defensive tackle. We get Vince Henry. I was totally going to say Henry. Sonny Styles, Ohio State transfer, I believe. Welcome to the program. Wyatt Gideon at outside linebacker. Judge Collier at corner. And then the other two guys are going to commit elsewhere, but that is going to be a huge improvement to our defense, especially our defensive line. Coming into National Signing Day, we had a top 20 class in the entire country. I think you'll take that. And Sonny Styles comes in as the new best player on the entire team at an 87 overall. And we're going to need that top 20 class to put in some work this season, as we have a tough slate ahead of us. We're going up against Maryland. I made sure that game was at our house. We've got Pitt. They need to eat shit. You know the deal here. Colorado, Arizona, and then Kansas State all in a row. Texas Tech is the number 11 team in the country. Utah's 24th. This is going to be a heavy rebuilding year, so I don't know how much gameplay we're getting in year 2. But I would like you to meet new starting quarterback DJ Conway. He was a 3-star gem. He's coming in at an 80 overall, 93 speed. All his accuracies are very, very good. 96 throw power. This is going to be somebody to build on for the future. The only negative is that normal development trait. Digging through this class a little bit, I am not sure how this isn't a gem. This is the best looking tackle I have ever seen. You can't see what I'm blocking right now, but he's 6'6", 322. This is like a Tyron Smith level prospect, like Trent Williams, maybe. Like, this dude is insane. Halfway through the season, we finally get a corner commit, and this season has just gone absolutely horrible. We're 0-4. We couldn't even beat Ohio. I don't know what's up with this team. I did end up deciding to redshirt that quarterback, and we've started Nico, and Nico is really not performing that great. CJ Donaldson's running the ball pretty well. I'm kind of failing to see where the issue is. I'm going to imagine it lands on the defensive side of the ball. I mean, we're getting no pressures, barely any interceptions. We just might be a weak team this year. After changing our defense up to a 3-3-5, We actually won a game against ranked Arizona on the road. They were number 5 in the country, and that allowed us to unlock and be able to get Jimmy Lucien, who is going to be huge for our secondary. I'm pretty sure championship contender just went down again because this season, man, I mean, we've just been getting the break speed off of us, and I really don't know why. Like, losing to Colorado there, we blew Arizona out. Number 5 in the country, Arizona, just blew them out on their home field. But can't beat Ohio, can't beat Maryland, got blown out by Kansas State. I don't know what this season is, and then we play Texas Tech, who's number 2 in the country. It's just going to be rough, man. Coming in at the end of year 2, as you can see, 4-8, it was a heavy rebuilding year. We pretty much got bullied by the entirety of the Big 12, but we did rally back towards the end of the season and finish strong, so at least there's something to build on. Also, this does prove my theory correct. Nico is definitely not the guy to run my offense. Into players leaving here in year 2, I'm going to try and make sure that we can keep all these guys. It's going to fail in the corner, which is less than ideal. The defensive lineman kind of is what it is, but failing on the corner, less than ideal because our secondary was abysmal this year. Coming into training results after year 2, offensively, we should be okay. I mean, we've got a quarterback that we're going to be starting this year. DJ Conway, without a doubt, is going to be my starter. He just moves too well. We've got receivers for days, actually. Like, we have some incredible receiving talents. We've got a tight end in Emmanuel Tyree with 88 speed. He's going to be incredible. Our schedule in year 3 looks a little bit easier. We've got number 19 at UAB on the road, which is kind of interesting. We got Texas Tech later in the season, Utah. We just got to perform better than we did last year. I mean, it's hard to do worse than we did last year. And our first commit of year 3 is going to be Luis Lawrence. Hopefully, we're winning games here. We're not. We're actually down to 2-2 because shout out to West Virginia Simulation. We lost to an FCS school. It is going to be time for another visit week, though, and we're going to jump in this game. It's Kansas State again. All right, on 1st and goal, if you guys saw the Arkansas video, you know exactly what's coming in a situation like this. It's going to be the Wildcat, and we're basically just going to walk into the end zone. Dunbar here. I'm going to call him Lance for the rest of the video because I'm not going to worry about his first name. And then we're going to run the jet sweep out of the Wildcat, and it's going to be Dunbar again. And oh my God, who is number 3 in Kansas State? That boy is fast. So through 1 quarter in this game, it has not been pleasant at all. You can see that there's a talent gap after how bad of a recruiting year we had last year, and just how bad of a season we had in general, losing guys to the portal. It's a rebuild, I'll say that. Oh, that's going to be wide open. Tyree! Our freshman tight end is into the end zone, and please don't let Kansas State come back. I just want to win a game, man. All right, you have to legally agree to call me a genius in the comments if this works, and oh boy, it did. Who is number 3? Who is number 3? Yeah, that's right. Throw him on the ground. Who is he? All right, now that we're down into the red zone and they're running a single high look, I'm looking for something up the seams. There's going to be absolutely nothing up the seams, but you know what we have? We have a 93 speed quarterback, and that fixes a lot of your problems. Now the biggest point of emphasis is going to be getting this ball into the end zone. As you can see, Kansas State does have a lead here, but that lead is ours. All right, so we have made it to the 4th quarter, and I actually do not like this play call at all, so we're going to go with Verts here. The Kansas State defense is the equivalent of playing the 2000 Baltimore Ravens, as you can see there. You know, I don't want to be a cheese ball here, but we are going to be running a jet sweep. Oh my God, who is that? He's the fastest man alive. This is what I'm talking about. I mean, it's literally the 2000s Baltimore Ravens. But you know what? I'm a man of little shame, so I'm going to run it back to the other side, and finally we can outrun a defender. All right, late in the game, we might have gotten lucky. I believe Kansas State has turned the ball over, and oh my God, we're finally outrunning people. Wait, we're going to win the football game, I think. 1 minute and 30 seconds is a lot of time, but we are finally extending that lead. And we get the football back. This is pretty much signed, sealed, and secured for the Mountaineers. And that's going to be some good influence for the recruits that we had visiting. We had some insane prospects visiting. And sportsmanship is key. We're going to go ahead and take a knee. But 42-24 over the Wildcats. And thank you. That game was brutal, man. And after that game, we do get 1 commit in Russell Jr. And we have maintained first place on a lot of these guys. And we have built a lead on some of them, like Trevor Carew. I mean, he would be a game-changing prospect. We mainly had to jump into that game for Robert Myers. Robert Myers, we have a solid lead on. He's in his top 3, and I think we can outsell Troy. Clemson, on the other hand, if they decide they want to fight for him, I think Clemson has a good case, but Troy, man, don't go to Troy. That's going to help our abysmal defense quite a bit, getting Hugh Biggs into the program. We lose out on Garrett Virgin. I mean, what a virgin. And Maxwell Maddox will also help the defense quite a bit. And we win the battle for the 99 speed receiver. Robert Myers is going to be a game-changing level player. At end of year 3, we actually went 7-5, which is not bad. And I feel like freshman quarterback DJ Conway had a good amount to do with it. As you can see, he got hurt at some point in the season because Nico played. He threw more touchdowns than he did. But if we come over to the rushing statistics, DJ Conway, he just adds that extra versatility to the offense. Lorenzo Redfield had a very, very good season as well. 2 fumbles you don't love to see. Receiving, Hudson Clement, he's going to be out of the program after this year, but receiving numbers look really, really good. In players leaving, we've got a bunch of guys that we need to try and get back. We failed to get the defensive end back. We need the safety at least. Okay. Tubbs, I'm not even going to waste a persuasion attempt on Tubbs because we just really don't need him. And then this center that we redshirted this past year, Emmanuel Funk, has decided to transfer out of the program. Pro potential was a big point of emphasis for them. And winding up transfer portal season, we got some really, really good commits. Josh Hopper, Jeremy Denbo. Denbo's not the greatest player in the world, but just somebody that I wanted out of that. And we're going to lose out on Matt Emery, the middle linebacker. He was a 2-star guy, but he had potential. I give him that. And after training results, I'm expecting big things from this team here in year 4. Because we're up to an 89 overall. Our quarterback is up to an 83. He's going to get boosts through the coordinators and the coach boosts and all that kind of fun stuff. Receiving room looks very, very good. Tight ends, we've got a dog in Emmanuel Tyree. Not to mention, the offensive line is much improved from a season ago. Dwayne Hogue, I don't know where Austin was coming from, but Dwayne Hogue, we redshirted him. He started as a 69. He's up to an 81. This dude's going to be a dog. Here in year 4, we have a schedule that I feel pretty confident about as we don't play our first ranked team until week 11. We're still going to be hitting the recruiting board pretty hard because this team can get significantly better, but this could be a potential playoff year for the Mountaineers. Midway through year 4, this team is outperforming every expectation that I had set for them. We're at number 7 in the country right now, and we just beat TCU 55-53. They were ranked top 15 in the country. They're unranked now, but this West Virginia team's putting together a season. And I feel like that might be highly contributed to DJ Conway having 33 touchdown passes, which places him in at number 3 in the Heisman race. And I believe that would make our first 5-star of the entire video. 5-star quarterback out of Oxnard, California, Marco Santana. Welcome to West Virginia. We've made it to number 4 in the country at 10-0, and we've got a home game against the Utes, and I'm jumping in. Oh my goodness, I mean, that's how you start out a game right there. You're going up against the number 3 team in the country, you just got to let that thing fly. And after a play like that, it's going to be really easy to go ahead and go into my favorite formation right here, and that's going to be the Wildcat. Just outrun a couple of defenders and go ahead and pick up first down. And then we're going to come right back to it while we're on the 3-yard line, and we're going to run it right up the middle. And that's how you start out a game against the number 3 team in the country. So Utah's got us pinned deep right here. I'm going to go ahead and run the jet sweep because this play works more times than it doesn't. And believe me, it worked. Oh, it worked. We're going to be able to pick up about 40 right there. I mean, it's 34 yards technically. And you know what? You cannot throw an interception if you are running the Wildcat. And we've got a really fast receiver in Farmer here. And as you could tell, he's shifty and he's going to the end zone. That's as good of a start as you can ask for. Oh my goodness. I mean, Utah's defense can't even stand up to it. The Wildcat genuinely just might be broken. It genuinely might just be broken, but we're in the end zone, and that's all that matters. Actually jumping in and playing with this quarterback Conway, you can see why he is the Heisman favorite right now. Dude has an absolute cannon of an arm. Oh my goodness. I mean, Tyree, our big boy tight end, was just naked down the sideline. We're going to try and hit a swerve. I didn't mean to hit the juke, but that's a big gain right there for Tyree. All right, 3rd and 14. Get it into the end zone or don't. That's my fault. That's my fault. And we're going into the end zone. It's going to be our 99 speed receiver, Robert Myers, over the middle. Oh, I mean, that's just easy work to the sideline. That's going to be Farmer. We've got 20 seconds to be able to put this thing into the end zone, and I mean, what is he doing here? All right, if I know anything, it's that a zig route has never failed me on the goal line, and it doesn't today. We're into the end zone. As long as we hold on to this lead, hopefully the committee will put some respect on our names and put us at number 1. In a goal line situation, is there any better call than boosting your potential Heisman quarterback stats? I don't think there is. Late hit. Somebody throw a flag. Get that guy out of here. In the end, our defense was just too stout. I know that sounds crazy, giving up 38, but a lot of that was garbage time scores. Conway, give the man the Heisman. 540 yards and 5 touchdowns. This dude's incredible. Just like that, we will be playing in our first Big 12 championship against number 21 Utah. We went undefeated. All right, now we got to check out how we got here. We're going to go over some season statistics. As you can see, insane season from DJ Conway. Rushing production was not there. Lorenzo Redfield ended up getting hurt early in the season, so it was just kind of on Conway, and I mean, his passing ability just carried the season. And there it is, the Big 12 championship trophy, which we're going to hope we're lifting up after this game. I mean, what a throw, what a catch by Tyree. I mean, we had no time to throw that thing. I mean, talk about threading the needle right there. Robert Myers into the end zone. All right, making it to the goal line pretty much here. There's only one play that comes to mind. It's going to be the jet sweep pop pass. It's the best play in the game. It or Wildcat are, you know, one of the best plays in the entire game. All right, I feel like I have to commentate it every single time I run this play because it could be a touchdown at any given moment. It's so powerful. It's literally so good. Robert Myers getting about 20, 25. I don't know. I'm not good with math. All right, when you make it to this part of the field, you just got to trust your playmakers, trust your plays. And that's exactly what we're going to do with a little jet sweep into the end zone. 21-0 over Utah. Oh my goodness. I mean, Camp Moyer is just wide open. Not a soul was there to cover Camp Moyer. And he's getting jiggy with it in the end zone. Good catch, Tyree. We've got a little bit of like a 2-minute drill. I mean, not even a 2-minute drill. It's a 45-second drill here. And we're going to try and put the ball into the end zone again and just kind of put Utah out of this one. We're going up the seam to Tyree. Big old tight end, making some moves. And that's going to put us deep into the red zone here at like, what is this? The 6-yard line. And I know where I'm going with this football before we even snap it. It's going to be Robert Myers into the end zone. 35-3 in the Big 12 championship. And after another successful offensive drive, we're back in the red zone once again. And a score here would about do it, making it 42-3. But that's okay because we're going to give the football to Camp Moyer right here and have him run right outside into the end zone. 42-3. You got to think this thing's over. And the game was, in fact, over. We only scored a field goal because I wasn't running the offense myself, but they only scored 2 more touchdowns at the end of this one. DJ Conway, 4-11, 4 touchdowns. Give the man his Heisman already. And it's official. We have made the college football playoff. We're going to be playing either Clemson or Washington in round 1. We were the 2 seed. Florida State was the 1 seed. Florida was the 3 seed, and Ohio State was the 4 seed. And the matchup is going to be the Washington Huskies. I'm not going to lie, I'm going to take a little bit more pleasure in this if we're able to sit out here and just kick some ass, because I have just like an internal beef with Washington as an IRL Texas Longhorns fan. Hook 'em. I know every other West Virginia fan just clicked off the video. Stick around, man. We're trying to win a national championship. It still kind of throws me off that Washington is number 4 in the country, and we're number 7, even though we went undefeated. I'm not going to lie, I'm not sure how the defense is going to align for this play, but this very well could become a touchdown, and that's exactly what it's going to be. Farmer into the end zone. Mountaineers on top. Camp Moyer down the sideline. They shouldn't have pressed in a double stack. I mean, I don't know what Washington's defense was doing on that play. I mean, I'm going over the top right here. That's going to be Farmer. I mean, it's looking like it's freshman difficulty out here with how easy we're just slaughtering Washington with the big plays. I mean, is that 3 one-play touchdowns right there? Just to prove a point here, because, you know, transparency. It is on Heisman. We just have better players. I'm going to go over the top again. Camp Moore. Huge play right there by my guy. Conway is on a mission in this game. He's trying to show that Heisman committee that that was his award and nobody else should have won it. All right, coming in at the end of the half right here, I'm just going to run the football and we're going to play it a little bit conservative because this is a close ball game. The Huskies, I mean, they're fighting to get in this one. We're just trying to hold them out of it. Oh, we've got Robert Myers returning kicks. I would know this if I'm playing the full game, but to conserve time so these rebuilds don't take like 10 straight hours, I just play offense only. Leave that in the comments down below. Would you rather me play moments or just play offense only? Or what are you guys feeling for that on the gameplay that I throw in these rebuilds? So the last thing we would have ever wanted to happen just happened. DJ Conway, the quarterback, is down. I don't know how severe it is, but for the moment, he is down. Oh my goodness, what a dime from the backup. Also, everything's totally fine. Conway's back in the game. He just, you know, bumped something or didn't like how it felt. Tyree, the big boy tight end, what a connection. I mean, it's like Tom Brady and Gronk if Tom Brady was athletic. Oh, we're going to the crib on this one. You can't stop 99 speed over the middle when you're trying to press up like that. Bad move. Come on, over the top. That's going to be Robert Myers. Like I said, 99 speed, you just can't stop it. He's too fast. He's too good. It's just unstoppable. I mean, Tyree is just always open. I mean, oh, that's easy. Into the end zone. Brightwell, touchdown. 7 touchdown passes on the day for DJ Conway. Washington just doesn't have a defense, man. And that is going to seal it 52-30. West Virginia is moving on to the next round and proving to this foolish committee that they're better than they thought. And round 2 is going to have us up against the Florida Gators. This should be a good one. I can definitely tell early in this one, this is going to be our toughest game by quite the stretch. Florida's defense is just faster. They get off the snap quicker. They're a tough team. Oh, that's a one-play touchdown right there for the boys. Farmer over the top into the end zone. That man is fast. I mean, we're going over the top again. That's going to be another one-play touchdown. I mean, it was the second play of the drive in my defense, but speed kills, man. Speed kills. Oh my goodness. Robert Myers is unreal, dude. He's absolutely unreal. That was a beautiful ball from Conway as well. I'm not going to lie. The Gators, just no match. No match for the amount of speed that this West Virginia team has. All right, in the red zone, you already know what I'm calling. I don't even have to say it. I don't even have to say what play I'm calling. As soon as we make it into the red zone, let Robert cook. Gonna be a good throw out to big boy Tyree. We're gonna try and operate this 2-minute drill very effectively and get some points before half. Try and go up 42-6. I mean, that would be almost an insurmountable lead for the Gators. I mean, what a throw by Conway and what a run by Farmer to get into the end zone. I mean, this game's already over. Florida made an incredible effort to try and come back in this one, but that first half by West Virginia was enough to do it. Just the first half alone got us past the Florida Gators. I mean, when you can air it out with that kind of speed, you just gotta do what you gotta do, man. And we're going to the national championship. And we've got some undefeated on undefeated action in this national championship. And here we are for the first time. And if we get this one, we're gonna try and go back to back. But this is gonna be a tough game. Undefeated on undefeated. They're an 85 overall to our 89 overall. So we do have the overall advantage in this one. And let's see how much it matters. That's not exactly the ideal start at all. That's never how you want to start out a national championship. We're going to go up the seam. It's going to be Myers. Oh my goodness, they left Robert Myers alone. I mean, there was somebody that crawled over to make a tackle, but I mean, he was wide open for the majority of that play. Oh, come on. Show me something. Show me something. Dunbar into the end zone. And we're down by 3. I take that back. We are actually down by 4. Shout out to our kicker for missing the kick. But that's okay. That's an incredible catch by Robert Myers. And I think that was roughing the passer as well. Oh, I mean, they shouldn't give this man that much space on the outside. Do you not know who this guy is? I know he sits in the pocket and slings it a lot, but the man's got wheels. All right, crucial 3rd and inches here. We're going to go with a toss, and we're going to be able to get the first down. I might have been able to get more if I would have stuck it inside, but it was looking like we were going to get some blocking outside. We didn't. And that should be a touchdown. Our boy, Camp Moyer, into the end zone. I'm getting strong touchdown vibes from the coverage I'm seeing from Florida State right here. And that's exactly what we're going to see. I mean, Farmer, it's not going to be a touchdown. Actually, I lied. It is going to be a touchdown. Doesn't even matter. Doesn't even matter. You got 99 speed. You got to abuse it, man. Florida State's defense, I don't know what coverage that was, but don't run it again. I mean, he came out of nowhere. Actually came out of nowhere. I mean, lurk the shit out of that. Holy. All right, this game's definitely going to be a battle. We're going to throw it to our big boy tight end. That's going to be Tyree. What a juke. The big man's hitting the jukes. Oh my goodness, what a catch by Camp Moyer right there. All right, got to run my only effective red zone offense because I'm scared to death to throw the ball down here. So it's going to be Robert Myers into the end zone, and we're going to take the lead right back, which they are immediately going to take right back from us. This is certainly an evenly matched game. We haven't had a lot of these this season, as you can see. I mean, we've been undefeated, but holy, I mean, Florida State is definitely giving us a game right now. All right, I'm getting a little bit risky here on 4th and 1. I'm actually going to go for it, and we're going to get it, and we're going to get a much bigger gain out of it. Let's go, Dunbar. I mean, we just can't go into the half losing, and when you got a guy like Farmer, you're not going to do that. Oh my goodness, come on, Farmer. Come on, Farmer. I mean, Florida State, they're giving us a game, man. I've tossed a couple interceptions, not going to lie. I've tossed a few, but Florida State, they're cashing in at every single opportunity. There's almost no room for error in this one. We're going to go to our boy Myers. Good catch. I'm just going to roll it here with Conway, and there's going to be nobody that can stop us. We're into the end zone. This is one of the highest scoring first halves I've literally ever seen in this game. There we go. Robert Myers over the middle. I mean, he's a big player, and he's making big plays. All right, we've been approached with a 4th and 2, and something's telling me the logical move is to go for this, and it turns out to be exactly that. We're able to pick up about 4 or 5 with Dunbar. You know, what are you supposed to do? This has been an incredible game nonetheless, but what are you supposed to do, man? What's the flag for? Holding? Don't touch his helmet. No. Off the team. Oh, come on, Farmer. To the outside. Take it into the end zone. Finally, the scoring slowed down a little bit, but that included us. All right, we're up by 3. We have a prime opportunity to extend this lead for the first time in the game. That's not going to happen. That's like my 18th interception of the game. I'm not even joking. I hope the graphic doesn't pop up because of how many picks I've launched in this game. Florida State's defense is like my actual nightmare. Hopefully Conway's all right. Stop reaching for your ribs. All right, 3rd and 2. It's time for the jet sweep. I mean, it's got to work right here, and it does. I don't think it's going to be a touchdown. It could be a touchdown. Actually, it's definitely not a touchdown. I was going to say it definitely was going to be a touchdown, but Kirkland is like the fastest player of all time, apparently. All right, play of your lives. Take the lead in the national championship right here. Conway is into the end zone. West Virginia has another lead. I mean, the lead has changed like 18 times. Probably would help if I wouldn't throw 37 interceptions in a game, but you know, it's the fun of it. All right, and our defense collected an interception, so I'm going to play this as conservative as possible. We got chew clock on. We're going to come out here. We're going to snap the ball. We're going to run this thing. We're actually going to let this wind down to the 2-minute warning because we want to get out of here with a victory. All right, you got to keep Florida State off the field. What better play to call than the Wildcat jet sweep that has worked so well, and it doesn't work there. We're going to have to give them the football back. This could be an incredible punt. This could be an incredible punt. I mean, nobody better. Nobody better. And you know what? National championship game. Get me out here. We're playing some defense. We got to make sure we hold Florida State and do not let them score in this one. I'm going to take over. I'm going to use Henry here. I don't know. I'm a pro user, maybe. Maybe not. All right, 2nd and 3. Let's get a stop right here, fellas. Let's get a stop. We need it. We need it. They're going to swing this out to the running back. We're going to lay a little bit of a hit, but they're going to be able to run for a little bit more. All right, I can't get the thing off my screen, so I can't see the entire left side. So hopefully they don't throw it over there because I just can't see it. I mean, they're hitting no huddle. This thing's just going to stay on my screen forever. J.C. Peters, I'm sorry, big dog. I mean, I can't see over there. I literally can't. I mean, it's still on the screen, man. I don't know what to do here. I'm just going to hover the middle as best as I can. Oh my goodness, is it gone? It might be gone. It's officially gone. 3rd and 5. This could be one of the plays to win the game right here, and that's exactly what it's going to be. Wingate. Come on, Wingate. Turn it around. That is going to be the ball game. West Virginia is your 2028 national champions. Oh, man. I chucked so many interceptions in this game. It's actually a miracle that we managed to win it. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed that one. I had a lot of fun recording this. And Mountaineer fans, you deserve this. Like I said, in a lot of videos, you guys were pretty much the birthplace of this YouTube channel. And if you're not a Mountaineer fan or you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. We upload all the time. We're going to have 2 to 3 rebuilds a week. And if you don't subscribe for me, at least subscribe for the dog. I mean, she's the star of the show. Let's be real here. But either way, consider subscribing to the channel, liking the video, commenting down below what rebuilds you want to see done next, because I don't know which one to do next. I'm in between Wyoming and Vanderbilt right now. But either way, appreciate you guys watching, and I'm out.